Hello. Um, First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to all my new followers and to all my new subscribers on YouTube. You're probably watching this on Instagram or YouTube. I welcome you all to my channel. I want to thank all my old followers as well and my subscribers because you have been so supportive. You've been sending the word out and sharing and liking and doing all sorts of things, and I thank you so much. So I'm gonna dive right in to this. So last week I talked about comparison and how it kills. If you've never listened to Jonathan McReynolds' song Comparison Kills, please listen. It is such a beautiful song. But last week I talked about how comparison kills and how I was comparing myself to other people because they were ahead of me with their career, ahead of me with their families, ahead of me with whatever. And then I was like, wait, why am I doing that? Because I realized it was killing. First of all, the first thing, so I did a video on how comparison kills identity. Please watch that. It will be somewhere. You'll see it. It's pretty obvious. So about how comparison kills identity, and how that happens is, if you're always comparing yourself to other people, then you minimize yourself and you end up becoming all sorts of people for other people. So you feel like you have to do this in order for that person to like you, or you have to pretend in order to have that person like you. You're always reducing your identity, and you never get to really know who you are. So I've been that person. I've done that in my life where I didn't know who I was because I was always comparing myself to other people. And part of the reason was because, if you're put down a lot, if you're criticized a lot, that can have an effect on you. So you never feel like you're good enough. You never feel like you're beautiful enough. You never feel like you're healthy or skinny enough or whatever. You never feel like your hair is good enough. So identity. So today I want to talk about how comparison kills perspective. If my identity, first of all, if I don't know who I am, then my perspective is going to be a negative one. So if I'm comparing myself to other people, I don't know who I am, or I'm minimizing who I am, not living up to who I am, who God created me to be, the potential that He put inside of me. Then my perspective, when I look around, I'm not able to see. I see the green grass in someone else's lawn, and I don't see the green grass in my lawn. Now, the lawn can be anything. It can be your marriage. It can be your children, believe it or not. It can be your hair, your skin tone, how light or dark you are, your weight, all of those things, your education, your purpose, whatever. It can be anything. So if I'm constantly looking at other people and I think they're better than me, then I think that I'm not good enough, which means my perspective is negative. I'm looking down on myself all the time, and that can kill. So it kills my perspective, and the killing of that perspective shows up in the lack of contentment, the lack of joy in my life. So joy and contentment and peace, might I add, are killed in my life because I'm constantly comparing myself to other people. When my youngest son, he's 21 months now, he's such a cutie. When he was about 9 months, so I'm the queen of moms and tots. In Northern Ireland, we have a lot of these things called moms and tots. I'm sure they have them everywhere, but basically you go to a church hall and there are lots of toys, snacks for the kids get to play, you get to drink a cup of tea and have a biscuit, and so it's brilliant, really good, love it. But the Ezekiel did everything much faster than a lot of the kids, which is the complete opposite to what Elijah did. My eldest, he's 4 now, and I love my kids. I'm obsessed, absolutely obsessed. Don't look at my nails, I will deal with them later. So he was doing everything really fast, and I remember this woman being really distraught because her tiny wee girl, like she was so cute, but she just sat there at 9 months, wasn't crawling, wasn't trying to stand, wasn't trying to do anything, and she just sat there. And this woman was distraught. She kept looking at all the other kids and like literally saying to this 9-month-old, get up, go, crawl, do something. And I remember being really disturbed by that. And you know me, like I didn't like attack her or anything, but I said to her, you know, my eldest son didn't crawl till he was 1. He didn't walk till he was about 17 months. He couldn't string a sentence together for ages. And I said, you know, give her time. She will come around. She'll grow. She'll be able to do many things. And then you're going to wish she didn't start walking. Because when Elijah started walking, that was it. That was the end of my life. She didn't listen to me. She was really upset, and she just not upset with me. She was just upset. She was just like, but other kids are doing it. She had no joy, no contentment, even though her daughter was the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Don't let you comparing yourself to other people kill your joy. Don't let what other people have kill your joy, your contentment, your peace. In my life, I've done that many times. So I will never share anything here if I haven't lived it, or if I haven't struggled with it, if I'm not coming out of it, because I don't want to be fake. So 5 years ago, that's when we moved to Michigan. We moved to Michigan, and I'm wearing my Andrews t-shirt, a sweatshirt. So I loved to sing before I went. I had released an album the year before. I was singing, gigging all the time, always on the radio, always. That sounds like that's a bit of an exaggeration, but 3 to 4 times a year I ended up being on different radio stations and stuff. And my voice has never been like huge, so I'm not the kind of black girl that, you know, start singing in the middle of the street and everybody has to stop and stare. But it was good enough. I can hold a note. So I and then the icing on the cake was I went to Brazil to sing, and sang, ended up singing on a TV station over there, and it was like there's a YouTube video there's a video on YouTube of me singing in Brazil. It has like, for my standards, lots of views, like 5,000 views or something like that. And so that was like an icing on the cake. And then I moved to Michigan, and I was asked to sing at an event on a Saturday night. I was pregnant, I think maybe 6 months pregnant with Elijah. My voice would come and go, but I said yes to singing at this thing. I sang, and it was not great. It was not great. And there were other people who were just amazing singers. And you know when people are just like, why did she even sing? Like, it was so awkward, and people were so awkward, and it was just awkward. And I stopped singing. And for years and years, I didn't sing. I might have sang maybe 3 times in the rest of the time. And it was only because like some people who knew I could sing who would kind of push me to do it. And but I stopped singing because I kept comparing. I was like, oh, but I don't sing as well as that person, and I don't sing as well as that person, and I don't sing as well as that person. And I stole something really precious, so precious for myself. You see, music has gotten me through depression. Music got me through rough teenage years. I remember whenever I was upset as a teenager, like whether if I had a fight with my mom, or if I had an encounter with the racist bullies in my estate, or whatever, I would just go into my room, listen to some Destiny's Child, and then I'd write songs. I was always writing songs. I think I wrote my first song when I was like 8 or 9 in boarding school. That's a story for another day. And so I stole that away from myself, and as a result, I'm so sorry. I did not think I was going to cry this much. but I am the crying preacher. That should be my hashtag. It stole my joy, it stole my contentment, and I never felt good enough. And that had come from comparing myself to other people, not remembering how good I was before, and judging myself with this one incident that happened. And as a result, I really struggled with my mental health when I was at seminary. I struggled with binge eating, struggled with, purging, struggled with like so many things. And I'm not saying that music was my everything, because God is my everything, but I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have the thing that helped me to express myself. So today I want to tell you that when you compare yourself to other people, it really does kill, and it steals and it destroys things inside of you. It destroys your identity as a child of God, as a woman, as a man, if you're a man watching this, as a child, whatever. You're a person of so much value and worth. And if you know that and you stand by that, and when you see someone else doing well, be happy for them. Just be like, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm happy for this person. But I'm not going to keep looking at the greener grass in their lawn. Let me water my lawn. Let me work on my lawn. And let me just use whatever God gave me. So I am no Jennifer Hudson, but I'm so glad that I'm starting to sing again. I'm so glad that I'm taking charge of my life and not comparing myself to other people. And I feel that the more I get to know myself again, or at all, because all my life, sorry, I haven't told you a lot about my life, but I will eventually. Being criticized a lot, you end up like your identity, like you just end up feeling this small. And then when you compare yourself to other people, you end up being even small. And then you morph into different identities, because you're trying to fit in, you're trying to get people to like you, you're looking for love. And so most of my life was like that. But the more I get to know me, the person that was created by the God of the universe, the more I'm like, content, I'm full of joy, I have peace. And even when people throw nasty comments at me, yeah, it will affect me, because I'm human. I'm like, I'm not immune to pain, but it falls off. It falls off, and it doesn't stick as long as it used to be in the past, So water your lawn, look in your lawn, allow your perspective to be a positive one about your experiences. When you look at other people and you think, oh, they have so much and I don't have enough, then negative perspective will kill your contentment, it will kill your joy, it will kill your peace, and you'll just not be happy, you won't be content. So find you, discover you, be happy for other people, let them have their thing, and but be happy for yourself and affirm yourself and discover who you are. Start doing things that you like doing because you like doing them, not because someone else likes doing them. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So what else does comparison kill? It kills your perspective, it kills your contentment, your joy, your peace. So let us stop comparing ourselves to other people, and let's start enjoying life.